Let us continue ionic equilibrium subjective numericals. Now we will take in this one sum we have discussed pH of 1 molar acetic acid solution. pH of 1 molar acetic acid solution that we have discussed. Then on doubling the pH by dilution, what happens to the pH of solution? That's what we have discussed. What happens to the pH of solution? That we want to find it. Sir. Doubling the pH we said, therefore what will happen to the concentration of acetic acid? That is the question that we have to discuss. Okay, we have to go for this question. Now here, what is the pH of 1 molar solution of acetic acid? Okay, so now acetic acid concentration given 1 molar, acetic acid concentration given 1 molar. Its pH we will find, its pH is equal to that pH is 2.3724. pH is 2.3724. So pH of acetic acid solution we have found. Okay. So in the first statement they have given 1 molar acetic acid solution. For 1 molar acetic acid solution we have found pH. So next continuation we will see to what volume? To what volume 1 liter of this solution be diluted so that pH of the resulting solution will be twice of the original value. Sir, now we are diluting this. Let us add water. Addition of solvent, water we are adding. So doubling this volume. Here what is the volume in the sense? 1 liter. 1 liter solution. We are diluting this one. Then diluting in the sense twice of the original value. Okay, here see that. Let us read again. To what volume 1 liter of this solution be diluted so that pH of the resulting solution will be twice of the original value. That means now volume of resultant solution we have to find. Volume of resultant solution we have to find. Now what is the pH means? Double of this. pH of solution is double of this. Okay. So you see this statement again, this second statement. To what volume 1 liter of this solution be diluted so that pH of the resulting solution will be twice of the original value. That means to this solution we are adding solvent water. We are getting a certain volume of resultant solution. For this solution pH is double of this one. pH is double of this one. pH of this solution is double of this one. So what is the volume of this solution? That we have to find. Volume of this solution we have to find. Okay. Sorry. Now in this solution acetic acid is present, that is dissociating to give acetate ion and H plus ion. Now because of addition of water we do not know concentration of acetic acid, because concentration of acetic acid will change. Here you are taking concentration of acetic acid 1 molar. To this you are adding water. Therefore concentration getting reduced. How much we do not know. Okay. So C molar will take. Now how much acetic acid dissociating? C alpha will take. C alpha molar. C is concentration of acetic acid. Alpha is called degree of dissociation. At equilibrium, how much acetic acid is there means C into 1 minus alpha present. Acetate ion, C alpha. H plus ion, C alpha. Sorry. Now we know pH of this solution, pH of this resultant solution, we know that pH is equal to minus log of H plus concentration. So pH will substitute 2 into 2.3724 equal to minus log of H plus concentration. So now we can find H plus concentration, we can find it. So now we will write this one as a minus, we will take this side, therefore minus 4.7448 is equal to log of H plus. Now this minus what we will do here, you see, before taking this log we have to cancel. For that case we have to take anti-log on both sides, isn't it? So how I am doing this one, see, this minus 4 here, minus 1 I am giving, then plus 1 minus 0.7448, like that I have written. This is a minus 4 and minus 0.7448. Here minus 1 I have included, here plus 1 I have included. Therefore minus 4 minus 1 become 5 bar. That means minus 5 plus dot I kept decimal point. This is plus 1, it is minus 0.7448. This on subtraction we are getting this much. It is equal to log of H plus. Okay. So now we will do the here. This 5 is a negative. My 5 bar means 5 is negative. 0.2552 is positive number. Now we'll remove this log by taking anti-log on both sides. So anti-log of 5 bar 0.2552 is equal to concentration of H plus. Okay, anti-log and log get cancelled. Now we have to take anti-log for this 0.2552. Anti-log you take 0.2552. Anti-log if you take, we are getting 1.8. This 5 minus 5 bar is there now, that you write as 10 power minus 5 equal to concentration of H plus. So we got what in the sense concentration of H plus, we got it. Okay, sir. So what we have reached in the sense concentration of H plus. Now we will take this equilibrium. This equilibrium we will take. For this equilibrium, we know the equilibrium constant, that is Ka. Equilibrium constant is given. Using this equilibrium constant, how to find this C value? This C value, how to find, that we will see. Why we want C value? If we know this C value, then we can go for this volume. We can find this volume, we can find it by dilution law. Dilution law is V1 M1 equal to V2 M2. No, therefore if you know this concentration, this solution concentration, if you know, then we can find this volume, because we know this volume and this molarity we know. If you know this molarity, then we can find this volume. Okay, sir, we want molarity of acetic acid solution here. That means we want this C value, this C molar we want. Okay, so we want this C molar, we have to find this C molar, we have to find. Okay, so now we will go for equilibrium constant expression, that Ka is equal to this acetate ion and H plus ion you write in the numerator, acetic acid you write in the denominator. Okay, sorry. Now Ka is equal to, in the numerator what you have to write, acetate ion we have to write, then H plus we have to write, then acetic acid we are writing. Now we are substituting Ka value, we are substituting. What is the Ka value given? You see, Ka is given 1.8 into 10 power minus 5, that you substitute. So Ka is 1.8 into 10 to the power of minus 5, we have substituted. Concentration of acetate ion is C alpha. Concentration of H plus we have calculated, that is how much in the sense 1.8 into 10 to the power of minus 5 by C into 1 minus alpha. C value, this C into 1 minus alpha will write, this is acetic acid concentration. Acetic acid concentration is C into 1 minus alpha. C is getting cancelled, therefore C is getting cancelled. So what is there, means alpha by 1 minus alpha is equal to how much in the sense 1. C is getting cancelled, alpha by 1 minus alpha we got 1. Then from this we will get alpha. Alpha is equal to how much in the sense 0.5. Now we will take a concentration of H plus expression. Concentration of H plus is equal to C alpha. Concentration of H plus we know, we have calculated, that is 1.8 in 10 power minus 5. C alpha value we know, that is 0.5. Now we can get a C value, we can get C value how much in the sense C is equal to 3.6 into 10 to the power of minus 5 molar. Okay, so concentration of acetic acid we know. So in the beginning, what you have taken in the sense acetic acid solution you have taken, that concentration how much in the sense 1 molar and 1 liter. To that you have added water, so that you are getting resulting solution. This resulting solution acetic acid concentration is 3.6 into 10 power minus 5 molar. Now what is the volume of this resultant solution? That is the question. Okay, now it is a dilution. Dilution law is what? V1 M1 is equal to V2 M2. So substitute V1 is 1 liter, M1 is 1 molar, V2 we have to find, M2 is 3.6 into 10 to the power of minus 5 molar. Okay, so by simplifying this we can get V2. So we are getting V2 how much in the sense 0.277 into 10 to the power of 5 liter. That means 1 liter of solution we are taking, 1 liter of acetic acid solution we are taking initially. To this nearly this much water we are adding, then only pH of solution is doubling. Okay, pH of solution is doubling we are saying. Okay, next question, we will go for next question. Calculate H plus concentration in a solution containing 0.1 molar formic acid, 0.1 molar formic acid and 0.1 molar HOCN. Sir, now in the solution what and all is there? Formic acid is present and HOCN is present. Sir, so we are taking a solution. In the solution what is there means formic acid is present and cyanic acid is present. Cyanic acid is present. Formic acid concentration how much in the sense 0.1 molar. Cyanic acid concentration how much in the sense 0.1 molar. Sir, then what they are asking means calculate H plus concentration in a solution. So in this solution what is the H plus concentration? H plus concentration we have to find it. So now here Ka is given. Ka for formic acid is given, that is how much means 10 power minus 4. And Ka for HOCN given, that is also 10 power minus 4. Therefore both are weak acids, both Ka values are almost equal. Set. Both are weak acids means they will undergo partial ionization. So formic acid undergoes partial dissociation to give what in the sense formate ion and H plus ion. Then cyanic acid undergoes partial dissociation to give what in the sense cyanate and H plus. Cyanate and H plus. Now initial concentration is given for both. For formic acid, what is the initial concentration means 0.1 molar. How much dissociating means X molar is dissociating. So how much remaining at equilibrium means 0.1 minus X. Formate ion how much produced? X molar produced. Formate ion X molar produced. Then cyanic acid we are taking initially 0.1 molar we are taking. How much dissociating means Y molar we are saying. Why? Because Ka value is somewhat different. No, therefore cyanic acid at equilibrium how much present means 0.1 minus Y present. Set. Next cyanate how much present means Y molar present. Now what is the concentration of H plus in the resultant solution? Now in this solution this formic acid is there, it is giving H plus to this solution. Cyanic acid is there, it is also giving H plus to the solution. So formic acid gives how much H plus? X molar. Formic acid gives X molar H plus. Cyanic acid gives how much? Y molar H plus. Therefore, in this solution, what is the concentration of H plus? X plus Y. X plus Y we have to say. Why X plus Y? Because formic acid is giving H plus. How much means X molar? Cyanic acid is giving H plus. How much means Y molar? Therefore, in the solution, how much? What is the concentration of H plus? X plus Y. So in the solution, concentration of H plus is X plus Y. Now here what we have to write in the sense this is called a concentration of H plus at equilibrium in the solution. That means X plus Y we have to write. Here also same. Therefore here also X plus Y we have to write. Okay. Then in this case Ka value if you see, Ka is 10 power minus 4. Ka is 10 power minus 4. Therefore, this 0.1 minus X we are taking nearly as 0.1. This 0.1 minus Y we are taking nearly as 0.1. Okay. So now what we want in the sense concentration of H plus in the solution we want. Therefore, that is equal to x plus y. Therefore, we want x and y we want. So now first we will write a equilibrium constant for formic acid. We will write equilibrium constant for formic acid. A equilibrium constant for formic acid is equal to, in the numerator we will write formate ion and H plus we will write. In the denominator we will write a formic acid we will write. In the denominator we have written formic acid. Okay. So now Ka value we know for formic acid. What is the Ka value for formic acid is 1.8 into 10 to the power of minus 4. Then formate ion concentration is how much means x, and H plus concentration how much means x plus y. Denominator formic acid concentration we said 0.1. Therefore, we can say x into x plus y is equal to 1.8 into 10 to the power of minus 5. This is one expression we got. Okay. Next, we will go for cyanic acid equilibrium constant. We'll see. Cyanic acid, Ka is equal to cyanate ion and H plus ion. H plus concentration into cyanate concentration by cyanic acid HCNO concentration. Now we will take Ka value for cyanic acid. Ka value for cyanic acid is 3.3 into 10 to the power of minus 4 equal to concentration of H plus is x plus y, concentration of cyanate is y, by concentration of cyanic acid is 0.1. Therefore, from this we are getting expression y into x plus y is equal to 3.3 into 10 to the power of minus 5. So we got two expressions. This is one expression, this is second expression. Using this 1 and 2, using this 1 and 2, can we calculate x and y? Is it possible or not, you think? Can we calculate x and y? Yes, we can calculate x and y. We can find using this 1 and 2 expressions, we can find x and y. We can find x is x we are getting, that is how much in the sense 2.52 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Y we are getting, y is how much, y is how much in the sense 0.462 into 10 to the power of minus 2 molar. Okay, we got x and y values by simplifying 1 and 2. By using 1 and 2, we got x and y values. Now we have to find H plus concentration in the resulting solution. H plus concentration is equal to x plus y, we can say. Now substitute x value and y value, we are getting concentration of H plus concentration, we are getting 7.14 into 10 power minus 3 molar. Okay, next question we'll take here. Calculate the amount of ammonium sulfate in grams, which must be added to 500 ml of 0.2 molar ammonia to yield a solution of pH 9.35. Okay, so what we are taking initially, we are taking ammonia solution. Okay, we are taking ammonia solution. What is the concentration? 0.2 molar we are taking. What is the volume? 500 ml we are taking. 500 ml we have taken. Okay, to this what we are adding means ammonium sulfate we are adding. We are adding ammonium sulfate certain amount. We are adding ammonium sulfate certain amount we are adding, such that resultant solution pH is how much in the sense 9.35. pH is 9.35. In the resultant solution, what and all will be there? You see, ammonia will be there, and ammonium sulfate we have added. That ammonium sulfate gives ammonium ions. Ammonium sulfate gives ammonium ions will be there. Okay, so ammonia is the weak base. Ammonia is weak base. Its conjugate is ammonium ion. Its conjugate is ammonium ion. Okay, so ammonia is weak base. Its salt is what in the sense? Its salt of strong acid is what in the sense? Ammonium sulfate we can say. Therefore, weak base is there. Its salt of strong acid is there. Therefore, we can say this is called a basic buffer solution. So, for basic buffer solution, we can use Anderson equation. So, basic buffer solution means we can use the formula POH is equal to minus log Kb plus log. Salt is what in the sense? Ammonium ion. Ammonium ion is the salt, and weak base is ammonia. Don't substitute here ammonium sulfate. Here, don't substitute in this place, don't substitute ammonium sulfate. Okay, this here weak base you are substituting. No, it's a conjugate you have to substitute here. Okay, here weak base ammonia, its conjugate only we have to substitute here. Okay, don't write ammonium sulfate in this place, ammonium only you have to write. Sir, now POH, we will go for POH. POH is how much in the sense, here we know pH. If you know pH, 14 minus pH, 14 minus pH is equal to POH, we can say. Therefore we know POH value, we know that. Okay, so POH value we know that is 4.65. Okay, that 4.65 will substitute here. Therefore POH is 4.65, that we have substituted, minus log Kb. Kb value is given here. Kb value how much given? 1.78 into 10 to the power of minus 5 given. Then log concentration of ammonium ion by concentration of ammonia. Concentration of ammonia how much given in the sense, 0.2 molar is given. 0.2 molar is given. Let us multiply this 0.2 molar and 500 ml. Let us multiply. We will get millimoles of ammonia. We will get. So how much in the sense, 100 millimoles of ammonia we got. Okay, we have substituted millimoles of ammonia. We have substituted. Let us simplify this one. On simplifying this one, what we will get in the sense, millimoles of ammonium ions we will get. Millimoles of ammonium ions, not concentration of ammonium ions. Millimoles of ammonium ions we will get it. So okay, so now we can write it that we can write here this 4.65 I will write. 4.65 I have written is equal to this. We can write it as a, here for this one we can take log. This one we will simplify. This minus log of 1.78 into 10 power minus 5, we will get it as a 4.75 we will get, plus log concentration of ammonium ion by 100. So next step we can say 4.75, take that side, you will get minus 0.1 equal to log concentration of ammonium ion by 100 we are getting. Okay, now this 0.1 we can write it as minus 0.1 is there, no, that we can write it as what means 1 bar 0.9 we have to write equal to log of concentration of ammonium ion by 100 millimoles. Now you take antilog on both sides you take. So we are taking antilog of 0.9 we will take. Antilog of 0.9 is how much in the sense, 7.943. Then this 1 bar is there, no, that we will write it as 10 to the power of minus 1 we will write, which is equal to ammonium ion by 100. Ammonium ion by 100. Now we can get ammonium ion millimoles we can get. Ammonium ion millimoles we can get. Ammonium ion millimoles is 79.43. Ammonium ion millimoles we got. Okay, don't say concentration of ammonium ion. Why we have to rate millimoles of ammonium ion in the sense, you see that here what we have substituted, millimoles of ammonia we have substituted. Therefore, we will get here millimoles of ammonium ion only we will get. So we got millimoles of ammonium ion we got. Okay, sir. So now we know millimoles of ammonium ion. What we have to calculate in the sense, ammonium sulfate we have to calculate. Therefore, millimoles of ammonium sulfate. Millimoles of ammonium sulfate is equal to how much in the sense, this 79.43 by 2. It is millimoles of ammonium ion, millimoles of ammonium sulfate. Okay, why we have divided by 2 in the sense, one ammonium sulfate contains 2 ammonium ions. Therefore, okay, so we got millimoles of ammonium sulfate. Next we will find the mass of ammonium sulfate. Okay, mass of ammonium sulfate we will find. This millimoles of ammonium sulfate I will write. This I will convert into moles of ammonium sulfate. Then this moles of ammonium sulfate I will multiply with its molecular mass. Its molecular mass of ammonium sulfate is this one. On multiplying this, I will get the mass of ammonium sulfate. So mass of ammonium sulfate we have got in grams. Okay, that's what they have asked. That's what we have found here. Mass of ammonium sulfate we have found. Okay, next question we are taking. KSP, solubility product of silver chloride is 1.5 into 10 power minus 10. Solubility of silver chloride is given. Okay, what they are asking in the sense, calculate solubility of AgCl, solubility of AgCl in pure water. So we have to find solubility of AgCl in pure water. Okay, solubility and solubility product given in the sense, we have to keep in mind that saturated solution we have to prepare. Okay, so now AgCl we will take, it is solid. To this we will add pure water, we will add We are adding pure water and we are preparing what in the sense saturated solution of AgCl we are preparing. Saturated solution of AgCl we have prepared. Okay. Saturated solution in the sense what is the equilibrium possible? You see left side you write silver chloride in solid state. Right side you write ions in aqueous solution, you write Ag plus ions in aqueous solution, Cl minus ions in aqueous solution. Okay. So saturated solution of AgCl. Saturated solution of AgCl means what you have to write? Left side you have to write AgCl solid you have to write. Right side you have to write ions you have to write Ag plus ions aqueous solution, Cl minus ions aqueous solution. Okay, like that you have to write. In the saturated solution of AgCl, suppose solubility of AgCl is equal to S molar we will take. S molar we are taking. Okay, solubility of AgCl is S molar. Now AgCl completely dissociating we will consider. Then concentration of Ag plus in saturated solution is S molar we can say. Concentration of Cl minus also S molar we can say. Okay, therefore next. Now for this equilibrium constant is what in the sense Ksp. Ksp of AgCl is equal to, in the right side thing you write in the numerator you write that is concentration of Ag plus into concentration of Cl minus. Left side thing you write in the denominator, but left side is constant AgCl solid, that active mass is 1, so we need not take. Now Ksp of AgCl we will substitute, that is 1.5 into 10 to the power of minus 10. Then concentration of Ag plus is S molar, concentration of Cl minus also S molar. By simplifying this we will get S, we will get that S is how much in the sense 1.225 into 10 to the power of minus 5 molar. This is S in the sense it is called the solubility of AgCl in water. Okay, so solubility of AgCl in pure water we have calculated. Solubility of AgCl in pure water we have calculated. Okay, next question we will see. In the B we will take calculate solubility of AgCl in a 0.1 molar silver nitrate solution. Okay, we have to find now solubility of AgCl in 0.1 molar silver nitrate solution. Okay, so how to find this one we will see. Now I will take a silver nitrate solution. How to prepare this one, that we will see first. Okay, how to prepare such a type of solution, that we will see. Now I will take AgNO3 solution. I will take, to this I will add NaCl solution. So what I will get in the sense AgCl precipitate I will get. AgCl precipitate I will get. Then in the resultant solution what is there means, in the resultant solution what is there means silver nitrate is remaining is present, like that I will take. That means I will take silver nitrate excess. Silver nitrate I will take excess and I will add sodium chloride. Therefore I am getting AgCl precipitate. In the resultant solution how it should be there means silver nitrate is there, that concentration is 0.1 molar. Like this I will do it. I will take silver nitrate solution such that even after addition of NaCl in the resultant solution, silver nitrate is present, that concentration how much in the sense 0.1 molar, like that I will do it. Okay, then in this resultant solution what will be there in the sense, in this resultant solution what will be there, what will be there, that we'll see. Now we will take which one in the sense sugar, the sugar cane into sugar crystals, that will take. In the sugar industry, sugar canes will be crushed and that juice will be taken for several processes, several steps. At last, what will be there means sugar solution will be obtained. That sugar solution, how it will be there in the sense somewhat brown color, sugar solution will be there. That to that what will be added in the sense animal charcoal will be added. That animal charcoal will absorb that brown color, it will absorb. Then remaining what will be there means white color sugar solution will be there. Sugar solution will be white color will be there. That sugar solution is taken for what in the sense crystallization. That sugar solution is taken for what means crystallization. On taking for crystallization, what will happen means sugar will be crystallized and settles down. Sugar is crystallizing and settles down. Above that sugar crystals, what will be there in the sense saturated sugar solution will be there, that is called molasses. In that around 50% of sugar will be there. Therefore, wherever you go for precipitation, below precipitate will be there, above that saturated solution of that precipitate will be there. Okay, so that in the sugar industry, at last this molasses we are getting now. In the molasses, 50% sugar will be there that we cannot separate. From the molasses, 50% of sugar will be there. That sugar we cannot separate by crystallization. Therefore, only molasses will be taken for what manufacturing? Ethanol manufacturing. So that that molasses contains sugar. To that sugar, yeast will be added. Therefore, that will give invertase and zymase. That sugar is converting into glucose and fructose converting into ethyl alcohol. Like that only we are doing. Okay. So wherever you go for precipitation, below precipitate will be there, above the precipitate saturated solution of that precipitate will be there. Okay, sir. So here what you have taken in the sense silver nitrate solution you have taken, and you are adding sodium chloride solution, you are getting silver chloride white precipitate, and above the silver chloride white precipitate resultant solution will be there. That solution contains the remaining silver nitrate. That silver nitrate concentration is how much in the sense 0.1 molar, and the resultant solution is what? The resultant solution is saturated with what? Saturated solution of which one? Saturated solution of that precipitate. Which precipitate? Silver chloride. Therefore, resultant solution is the saturated solution of silver chloride, we can say. Okay. So in the resultant solution, what is there? Means silver nitrate is there. The silver nitrate concentration is how much in the sense 0.1 molar. This resultant solution is saturated with what in the sense silver chloride. Okay, so now what they're asking means in this one, what is the solubility of AgCl? They're asking what is the solubility, what is the solubility. So what is the solubility of AgCl? That's what we have to find. So we have to find a solubility of AgCl, we have to find it. Okay, sir. Now we will take this resultant solution, means what we got. Okay, so now 0.1 molar silver nitrate solution. In the resultant solution, 0.1 molar silver nitrate is present. Then what is present means the resultant solution is a saturated solution of AgCl. Saturated solution of AgCl. Okay, sir. Now AgCl is insoluble salt, but AgNO3 is soluble salt. Okay, so this saturated solution of AgCl, in the sense equilibrium is possible. What is the equilibrium? Means left side you write AgCl solid, right side you write ions, you write Ag plus ions, and Cl minus ions you write. Complete dissociation you consider it. Okay, now solubility of AgCl in the saturated solution, we'll see solubility of AgCl. Solubility of AgCl in this saturated solution, shall we take it as S1 molar? S1 molar shall we take? Otherwise, shall we take same this S molar shall we take? What do you say? It is the solubility of AgCl in pure water. It is the solubility of AgCl in pure water. Now, solubility of AgCl in AgNO3 solution. AgNO3 solution will be same like pure water or different in the sense. Now, you see that this saturated solution means so and so equilibrium is possible. Now, AgNO3 is a soluble salt. It will dissociate to give Ag plus. It is dissociating to give Ag plus in the sense. It is giving common ion to this. Because of this one, concentration of Ag plus will be raised. Concentration of Ag plus rising means here backward is favoring. Backward is favoring in the sense solubility of AgCl. How it will be there? It will be less when compared to pure water. Therefore, we will take S1 molar. We will take. Okay. So solubility of AgCl is S1 molar. So concentration of Ag plus. Concentration of Ag plus in resultant solution is how much? And concentration of Cl minus in the resultant solution is how much? That will say. So concentration of Cl minus is S1 molar, we can say. Concentration of Cl minus is S1 molar in the resultant solution. How? Because AgCl is S1 molar solubility. It is dissociating completely. Therefore, how much Cl minus it will give? S1 molar it is giving. So AgCl on complete dissociation gives S1 molar Cl minus S1 molar Ag plus. Then this silver nitrate on dissociation gives 0.1 molar Ag plus. Now this is a Ag plus concentration in the resultant solution. It is called concentration of Ag plus in the resultant solution. In the resultant solution, what is the concentration of Ag plus in the sense AgCl contribution of Ag plus and silver nitrate contribution of Ag plus. Okay, so now we will take equilibrium constant for this. Equilibrium constant is called the solubility product. Solubility product of AgCl is equal to Ag plus concentration into Cl minus concentration, we can say. Now we will substitute a solubility product of AgCl, we will substitute, that is how much in the sense 1.5 into 10 power minus 10. 1.5 into 10 to the power of minus 10 is the solubility product of AgCl. Concentration of Ag plus how much in the sense 0.1 plus S1 molar. Okay, you see that this is called concentration of Ag plus in the resultant solution, which is in equilibrium with the AgCl solid. Okay, understand that this Ag plus is called, this bracket, square bracket Ag plus meaning is what? Concentration of Ag plus in the resultant solution at equilibrium, which is in equilibrium with a solid AgCl. Have you got idea? Therefore, it is how much in the sense 0.1 plus S1 molar. Okay, because in the resultant solution Ag plus concentration will be one value. Therefore, then Cl minus concentration is how much in the sense Cl minus concentration, we can say S1 molar, we can say Cl minus concentration is S1 molar. Okay, so Cl minus concentration S1 molar we have written here. Then let us simplify this one. Now before simplifying, shall we take an approximation or not? We will see here. Here what is solubility in the sense solubility in pure water, solubility of AgCl in pure water is 10 power minus 5 due to addition of silver nitrate. This silver nitrate, due to presence of silver nitrate, it gives common ion Ag plus. Due to common ion effect, solubility of AgCl still less when compared to this. Therefore, S1 is less than 10 power minus 5 molar. Okay, so this S1 is less than 10 power minus 5 molar in the sense this we can take for approximation 0.1, we can say. Therefore, 1.5 into 10 to the power of minus 10 is equal to 0.1 into S1. Therefore, by simplifying this, we will get S1. S1 is equal to 1.5 into 10 to the power of minus 9 molar. This is the solubility of AgCl in 0.1 molar silver nitrate solution. Solubility of AgCl in 0.1 molar silver nitrate solution. Now you say whether neglecting this S1 when with respect to 0.1 is correct or wrong? Yes. Okay, we can neglect S1 with respect to 0.1. Now the solubility is 10 power minus 9. Okay, in the previous case, solubility of AgCl in pure water is 10 power minus 5. Solubility of AgCl in pure water is 10 power minus 5. But solubility of AgCl in silver nitrate is how much? 10 power minus 9. See how much solubility reduced. See, solubility of AgCl in 0.1 molar silver nitrate is 10 power minus 9. But solubility of AgCl in pure water is how much? 10 power minus 5. That means solubility of AgCl in silver nitrate solution is very less when compared to pure water because of common ion effect. What is the common ion? Ag plus. Okay, sorry. Next we will see. Next one is what in the sense solubility of AgCl in 0.01 molar sodium chloride. 0.01 molar sodium chloride. So what is the solubility of AgCl in 0.01 molar sodium chloride? That we will see. Okay, now here we want like this in the sense what we have to do. Let us take silver nitrate. Let this silver nitrate is not excess. Silver nitrate is not excess. Like this we will do it. Okay, silver nitrate is not excess. Okay, silver nitrate is not excess. Then which we have to take excess in the sense this you take excess. Sodium chloride you take excess. Silver nitrate is the limiting reactant you take. Silver nitrate is the limiting reactant. Now we are taking silver nitrate is the limiting reactant, sodium chloride is the excess. Now what will happen means silver nitrate